Good evening, everyone, and wish you all a very warm welcome to our eighth episode under the series 21 Marching. I am Sonika Aaron, Managing Partner of Marching Sheep, an HR consulting firm. So, today we are going to talk about dwarfism. The Bengaluru-based Dwarf Federation of India, a body started by dwarf athletes under the leadership of K.Y. Venkatesh, guesstimates that there are nearly 2 lakh dwarf people in India. It defines dwarfism as a medical or genetic condition that usually results in an adult height of 4 feet 8 inches or shorter among both men and women. So today we have the man himself, K.Y. Venkatesh, who was physically challenged by birth and has a height of 4 feet 2 inches. He has excelled in more than one sport, like athletics, badminton, basketball, hockey, soccer, and volleyball. He has participated in Dwarf Olympic Games 2005 and won 6 medals. His name has been entered in the Limca Book of Records 2016 to get the highest medals in the international events in a single year. He led India at the Dwarf Olympic Games in 2009, and India won 17 medals. His individual medals were four, one gold and three bronze. Additionally, he has been supporting and promoting sports for the physically challenged and wheelchair bound players. He played a key role in getting the international affiliation to India from the International Wheelchair Basketball Federation, Canada, International Para Equestrian Committee, Switzerland, and International Dwarf Sports Federation, UK. He has been recognized by various awards: the Kannada Rajyotsava Award 2004, Eklavya Award 2005, Rotary International Award 2014, Limca People of the Year Award 2016, and the very prestigious Padma Shri Award 2021. Welcome, Venkatesh, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, madam. It's my privilege to join you this one.
Thank you so much. So, Venkatesh, uh, tell us about you. When did you realize that you had dwarfism and that it was different from other children? How old were you?
See, by birth only I came to know I am a dwarf, but
Yeah,
I had not really realized. My parents they knew when I
right.
was around 9 to 10, 11 years, and my
Mm,
friends they used to play. So
mm,
they were not allowing me to play with them. So I
okay.
asked to ask my brother,
Mm,
sisters, all like that, why they are hindering to join me in the group. So
mm,
they're giving excuses, they are not telling me anything
right.
like that, they're short in height or anything. But they
Mm,
used to encourage me to playing with them.
mm,
Though they are so elder, I am the youngest in my this one. They used to encourage me like that, playing in that thing. Then
right.
after I went to the school, oh, I realized in the class they were not teasing because the teachers would punish them or anything like that. When I come outside, they used to start teasing me like that, height you're this one, like that, like this.
Right.
So that is the thing, madam.
Okay. Were you able to make friends, Venkatesh, in school, outside of school, in your colony?
Oh yeah, friends were there. Most of them they became quick friends. Some were little hesitant to make friends. Some were
Right,
very close to me. They used to, if I didn't go one day to the play, they used to come to my house, ask why are you not well like that? Come, we have to play. Or if I
right,
had exam also, they used to pull me, come
right.
like that. We used to play. Let us
Hmm,
enjoy like that. They used to call me.
right,
Though I was not playing with them, but they wanted me with them in the group.
Very nice.
like that.
Okay. So, what did you study? I mean,
See,
after school.
see, after 10th, I studied science, PUC,
Hmm.
PCMB. Then
Hmm.
I did my diploma in computer science.
Okay.
Like that.
All right. And then at the time of employment, when you went for a job, how was your experience at that time? Was it
See,
easy to do the job?
some little hurdles were there. Initial the hurdles were there.
Okay.
Afterwards, one by this Tata groups, they got a factory in Hosur, Titan Industry.
Right.
They recruited me in the sports center because I
Hmm.
was at that time I had one international medal. So they
Hmm.
called me and they said, "You be in our academy. You will get
Hmm.
good exposure for future international meets, and you can get laurels to your our country, and you can win medals like that."
Okay.
So I was appointed there. I was in the sports center as well as I was working in the factory.
Mm-hmm.
Evening times I used to be in the sports campus,
Hmm.
morning times in the industry. Like
Okay.
that it was doing. I was there for 3 years. Afterwards, that center moved to Pune. They had a big campus. They moved there. They
Okay.
called me there also, but my parents were hesitant to send me there to Pune.
Okay.
Language problem, and I am the youngest. I was a little
Right.
this one, so they were hesitant to send me.
Okay. So, when did your sports journey start?
I started in 1994. Before that, I used to play, in my school days, I used to play chess because my mind was not so this one. I was naughty this one, and education was not so much this one. My mind was the diverse. So for that diverse, this one he started giving me coaching in chess because
Hmm.
chess means the brain, mind
Hmm.
will work. So
Hmm.
attacking, defending the pawns
Hmm.
like that.
Hmm.
So I learned chess from my father, and then in my school days, high school days, I used to play chess inter class tournament, inter school tournament, district level, state level like that. I used to play. I used to win medals. I used to get proud to our school or else our family. So
Very
like
nice.
that, I used to play. Then
Hmm.
college also used to play like that.
Hmm.
Then one fine day I saw the paper. I read the paper. One by name Srimati Janaki. She is a
Hmm.
paraplegic. Means
Hmm.
she's not got movement in her legs.
Hmm.
Uh, so she crossed the English Channel. Crossing the English Channel is not an easy task.
Correct.
Paris to London.
Right.
That sea always it will be busy. The water will be -5 or 7 degrees, and
Yes.
jellyfishes will be there. And that
Yes.
too, she is a paraplegic.
Right.
So she crossed the English Channel. She took 27 hours to cross the English Channel.
Right.
So that in the newspaper, it all with the major newspaper, it came that she has
Hmm.
done a great achievement. Then
Hmm.
I realized when she doesn't have both the legs, she has done something. Why
Hmm.
can't I do? My legs are there, my hands are there, so I should do something to my this one. So
How old
from
were
that
you?
that time I was around 19 years, madam, 19 to 20 years.
Okay.
My college were all over, nearly finished in 21 years. So
Okay.
that then I realized now it also it's not a so this one something I can bring to my country or my state. If not country, my state, I can do
Hmm.
something. Then I
Hmm.
went to a good coach who
Hmm.
trained me, who took care of me.
Hmm.
1994 was my first international meet in Germany. That time it was West Germany, East Germany. I went to West Germany, where that Hitler had constructed the stadium, where our
Hmm.
Indian hockey team won medal against defeating Germany. That stadium I was there, madam. So that
And
was my first trip.
what were you playing?
That athletics, madam. My major event was athletics.
Athletics. Okay.
Yes, madam.
All right.
From there, my journey started playing, representing India and the major things.
All right. So that was your first event.
Yes, madam. First international. Then
Huh,
1999, I went to Australia, Sydney,
huh,
multi-disability championship. I participated in discus throw and shot put. I won
huh.
gold medal in shot put. That was my
Excellent.
first international medal. State and this one I used to get more medal. In this
Huh,
meantime, every year we used to participate. But
huh.
my international first medal was in 1999 medal.
Very nice. So till this time you were concentrating on sports. So after
Yes.
college and you did the diploma
Okay.
and you were concentrating on sports,
Okay.
you were not working
No, no, not was working, but on a part-time thing.
on part time.
Yes, because for
Okay.
sports, those days for our para, were not getting sports timings quota like how now the normal people they used to get. That was
Huh.
not, the awareness was not there. And for
Okay.
us, those days, we used to have to arrange money for the international meet. The government was not supporting.
Okay.
We have to only make our arrangement by sponsors for a philanthropy somewhere we have to arrange our own money because the government had not recognized and that para sports the recognition came around in the year 2004 or something 2004 madam
Okay.
government for the Paralympics recognition got when Devendra won the gold medal in javelin
Hmm.
throw. So that was
Hmm.
the first recognition they got like that. And still
So
now our dwarfs are not so much recognized by the government. The
huh,
state government is something somehow they'll give and
huh,
kind prettiness like that.
huh,
But we are fighting now also we are fighting with the government of India to recognize the sports. But what the Paralympic Committee of India, they have to recommend, they have to do something, move the file. They are not doing.
hmm,
That is the main body, like how Indian Olympic Association is there for normal, our Paralympic Committee of India is there for our para people. In that para, we are also included. So that they have to move and they have to fight with the government to give us the recognition like that. But in Paralympics, our events are there only shot put, discus, javelin, and this time they've included badminton. So two people are representing this year Paralympics in Tokyo. Mr. Krishna Nagar and Navdeep. Navdeep is from Haryana. Krishna Nagar is from Rajasthan. Both are participating in the Tokyo Paralympics, which is going till 6th September, madam.
so what I hear you say is that dwarfs are not fully represented in the Paralympics.
Paralympic movement, yes.
Yes.
They have
Okay.
to recognize because now for our if I go we go for a dwarf Olympics or dwarf games, the government is not supporting.
All right.
Sorry, we have to arrange on our own things, the
All
funds,
right.
everything. The funds is only it takes see for our one trip it takes around 1.5 lakhs to 2 lakhs. The
Right.
flight and boarding, lodging, arranging our food and lunch, everything.
Understood. Understood. Okay. So now coming to employment, okay, you said that your that organization moved to Pune and your parents they were hesitant about you moving. So then, what did you do after that?
See, one of our local politicians he recommended to a private company who was
Right,
well versed, but he had told them clearly he won't work fully because he's in sports. He has to concentrate on sports. He is a good this one, and his coach is also dedicating him. So you make him part time morning around 10 to till 3 o'clock. Let him work there, and
hmm,
4 to 6 practice for him
hmm,
like that. So I do like that part.
hmm. So are you continuing with that?
See, now I'm into administration. 2012, I retired from sports. I am into
Okay.
the I'm into the development of sports. That to para badminton we are looking after. Every year
Yeah.
we conduct nationals. First we
Yeah.
conduct state meet. State in that state we identify the talented para athletes to participate in the national. In the nationals we identify to represent them in the international tournaments. For para sports, for para badminton, major international tournaments the government is sponsoring. The Ministry
Hmm.
of Youth Affairs Sports is sponsoring them.
Hmm. Okay.
That's not a hurdle for them.
Okay. Now coming to the life of dwarfs, because you know a lot of dwarfs also, you work with them. Also, your own experience while working. What are the typical challenges that you face, let's say, in an office?
See, the user friendly it has to be there, madam. Major,
Okay.
the office, the chairs, the height will be not the things. And the caster wheels will be there. While we trying to sit, it moves out suddenly, where the floors are smooth. I had only
Hmm.
experienced twice or thrice like that. So
Right.
I had put, then I tried to fix on this one, and it was so stable, it was not moving.
Right.
That is us to this one, and the toilets.
Right.
For
The
me,
height
some
of
of
the
the, yeah,
yeah.
commode things is too much this one. So
Right.
that they have to try to. In the European countries, there is an adjustable thing like that for
Right.
them. When they went and saw in most of the countries, the
Hmm.
commodes are so user friendly for dwarfs as well as for wheelchair people,
Right.
everything.
Right. So accessible infrastructure, that is
Yes,
one.
now they are doing after this Disability Act introduced and the disabled differently. Now it's not disabled, differently able commissioner also they have set up. So he has to look after the audit everything, how the
Hmm.
buildings are there, and he has to interact with the local municipal government. If they are not given the accessibility, they can penalize them, they can pull them in the court, do the things, and the builders, everything. In Bangalore also, there was not much of the buildings were there. Then
Hmm.
we went and awareness we did with other friends, wheelchair people, or all the people.
Hmm.
So then the government and the different level commissioner they interacted with the local municipality and made a compulsory guidelines that any new buildings comes user friendly has to be there. Even for
Right.
visually impaired, differently able, everyone.
Right. Okay. So one is infrastructure. What
Yes.
about colleagues? Are colleagues helpful, supportive? Is there sensitization
No,
with
no.
respect to?
Madam,
Yeah.
the colleagues they will be helpful, they will be supportive.
Yeah.
Because when we join on the first day only, they will only come forward. They will
Huh.
interact with us. They will introduce to other colleagues. And during lunchtime also, first day they will guide us how to go about everything. What are the things and where are the things. And if we have a vehicle, how to go to arrange a logistics also. They'll be user, they're close because when you join your colleagues how they are treat. So even for our para also, the colleagues treat as the same thing, man. There is no
Okay.
barrier or
There
anything
is no
like
barrier. Okay.
no matter.
That's very, very good to know that there is no barrier as such. So, when it comes to other people who are dwarfs, what are the other challenges apart from, let's say, is employment easy to get? So you got through sports, right? But
Yes.
not everybody is into
Yeah.
sports,
And
right?
every finger is not the same.
Right.
So everyone will won't get stuff like that. No, most of many sports persons who are dwarf, they have not
Yeah.
got still job. They are
Okay.
looking for them, they are wondering of this one. But some have got job, but they're finding difficult, like language problem or logistics.
Huh.
Because the van's height will be too much.
Huh.
Night shift, some people might not like night shifts also working in night
Huh.
shifts like that.
huh,
And some people, the language, some people will say, oh, he doesn't know that language. Even I don't know the English. So that the hindrance they try to do. But those people, they are not bothered. They want is you are my colleague. You are our
huh,
part of the family.
huh.
You will treat like that. They'll say when you join a company. So it's a good this one, but most of our dwarfs are getting so they are finding it difficult to get a job,
So,
especially
huh.
in Bangalore. Also, most of the things there, Bangalore, Bombay, Chennai, most of the major metropoles, they are finding it difficult to get a job there.
So what according to you are one is logistics,
Yes,
right? So
yes.
accessibility of public transport,
Yes.
vans. But what are the other challenges that they are facing? What could be the other issues because of which they are not getting jobs?
No, see, some people know that. See, if I am in Bangalore, I might get a job in Chennai or in Delhi.
Hmm.
But my this one will be if I get in Bangalore, I can go around. The Delhi or Chennai will be a new place to me.
Hmm.
The language will be there, the local languages. Most of them don't know Tamil, and those people they don't know English means they won't talk if they really don't feel bad like that. In Chennai, it happens like that only. So that will make this one. In Delhi from Bangalore to Delhi, it is 2,000 to 3,000 kilometers far. Means if I have to fly or come in train it takes 2 days
Hmm.
to come and go. Means for settle. If I get a vacation, I have to come and go. Means that's also a major thing because home attachment will be there. No home
Right.
like that. So,
So
and
now, Venkatesh, now that after COVID, a lot of people are working from home.
yes.
So a lot of organizations can open doors because
Yes,
now location is no longer a constraint.
now it is not there. Now it has come. And now see, recently the Amazon also they have called for the jobs to our dwarfs, especially dwarfs. Recently they started hiring dwarfs also for the jobs. And all of them are working, as you said, from home only.
Right.
And see, and most of them are working from home is most of them should have either laptop or a
Correct.
computer. That's
Yeah.
also for them little difficult, you know.
Huh.
Some people are there. They are so low income, for instance, low income group people. They
Hmm.
can't afford for a laptop or a thing. So what for that also they have given this one voice calls things, marketing this one, call
Right.
the customers feedback, all like that. That like
Hmm.
Amazon they have come up or like that they are doing various things depending on your skills and your availability. They are giving the road jobs made.
I think that's a very positive move by Amazon, in which case,
Yes,
because now
yes,
that means, so when you say that a lot of them come from low income group, what about
yes,
the education level? Uh, Education level.
yeah.
Uh, how many of these 2 lakh, like you have guesstimated that there are about 2 lakh dwarfs,
Hmm.
uh, because are they educated? Do they have employable skills?
But most of them, so I can say, 40% might be studied will be studied up to 10th.
Okay.
Some are illiterate, they might be, some are farmers also are there. You know, some now dwarfs. In Kerala, there is a colony. There are many dwarfs, they are doing their own skill development jobs like that. And they have fields, they work in their fields. Even in our Karnataka, there are two athletes, dwarf athletes, they have a farm, land, they are working in that this one. So like that, not 100% I can say are all skilled, studied. They might
Okay.
be, and like that said, 40% to 50% would have studied up to 10th. 30% graduates, postgraduates are also there. and 10% illiterates, I can say. 10 to 5%, I can say, illiterates are there.
So, like, there are a lot of NGOs that work on some kind of vocation training for
Yes.
visually impaired or people with leprosy, etc. Is there also any such body which works on vocation training for dwarfs?
Yeah, in Karnataka, no, they won't say dwarf. Differently abled, in differently abled, they will include them and they
Include
will
them.
do the things.
Okay.
They have vocationals also. Major things are also there, madam.
Okay.
Even on like what you said, no, on job training. First they give training, and
Huh.
seeing on your performance, they recruit you into the company on a permanent role. Like that, there are many companies in Karnataka like that. Even in Bombay, it is there. Chennai
Huh.
also it is there. I
Huh.
think Kerala is also come because there are so high tech cities there. So they
Right.
might be doing like that. But in Karnataka, I heard three to four companies, they are doing
Hmm.
like that one, and they are doing for a big IT company. So they hire them like that, and they
Hmm.
hire here and they send to the customer's workplace to work there.
Hmm.
So and the
So,
customers will take care of their logistics. How for
yes.
them the normal couple like that they'll take this the casual laborers also of the things.
Hmm. Because what just struck me is that since working from home can be a big boost, because
Yes,
that will take away the issue of
yes,
infrastructure, logistics,
correct,
travel, right?
correct.
Now,
Yes,
if there can be, let's say, a program which works towards enabling all the dwarfs of the
okay.
population on, let's say, software and technology,
Yes, yes,
so that they can work from the comfort of their homes
yes,
and can be provided with, let's say, refurbished laptops,
correct,
or,
correct.
or the organization where they get employed can provide, because a lot of organizations give laptops to their
Yes,
employees.
yes, they are doing here. No, that's what I told you now. Now, see, I told last when we spoke also, I told you one organization by name Vindhya.
Hmm.
They are recruiting only differently abled, like
Yeah,
deaf and dumb, hearing impaired, differently abled, and even our dwarfs. They are
yeah,
recruiting them, and they are not recruiting normals. They
yeah,
give them the training skills depending on their how they are. This one is knowledge. First, they give them test general knowledge thing because they have to know what in what skill he will improve, in what skill he can do our job. So there that company is in contact with major IT companies. Now
right.
first they used to go to the workplace. Now it is work from home. So they are giving job. They are working from home only.
I think that's an excellent initiative.
Yes, madam. That organization won three national awards, madam.
Hmm.
Because of the different label and during the month of December our world differently able happens no different national award will be given on December 3rd, that is called World Differently Able Day. The president will honor, so that organization has got much, most of the time it is getting awards.
Right. Very nice. So,
Thank you.
any parting message from your side to employers, uh, that you would want to tell employers that
my
anything?
my punchline is countability, not the disability.
Very
So you
nice.
count their ability, not
Huh.
their disability. So some people might be their knowledge will be good, their studying, their what they do is be good, but you should not see he's disabled. Don't give him this one. Give them the opportunity. They can prove it. What we have. See now, we will compare now. Last 15 days, the Tokyo Olympics happened. Now the Paralympics is happening. When you compare there, they won around 9 medals. Now today
Yeah.
we have Paralympics, we have won 10 medals as on today. Still 3 more days, we can expect more medals. So we are
Yeah.
proving even we can do. We will do like that.
Yes. Wonderful.
Thank
And
you.
any message to other people who might be affected by dwarfism? Any message from your side for them?
See, you aim for a fruit, you will get that fruit. But don't go back, don't get rejected. One way, our life is one way, not two way. Don't go back. Stepping, if you are stepped front, go front only. Don't try to come back because you must be knowing. Some people they'll say, I have not got, they'll get dejected one first attempt only. But you should be attempting. How Abraham Lincoln was telling, how he became a thing. Like that. Till you achieve a goal, try, try, try. Till you succeed, you try. You will get, but don't get disappointed.
Great. Thank you so much, Venkatesh. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us today and sharing your experience, your wisdom so calmly with a smiling face. I think it has been a wonderful conversation today and very, very inspirational because what you have shared today is a lot of learning, a lot of insight, but a lot of strength also.
Yes, madam.
And I'm sure that everybody who watches this video will take away a lot of learnings from this. So that's all we can hope for, that
Sure,
a
yes.
lot of people watch it and take it forward. So
Thank
thank
you
you.
for thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak with you, madam. It's a great privilege to speaking with you, madam. You
Not
are
at
in
all.
one of the Forbes 20, this one top one of the organization. So it's my this one. I have to say thank you for giving me an opportunity.
Not at all. Thank you so much for joining us in this
Thank you,
course.
madam.
Right. All right. Bye bye.
Okay, bye, madam. Have a nice day.